This is not a unique opinion, but the team that has had my favorite offseason so far is the Houston Rockets. The Rockets were a fun, feisty team last year that finished with a 52-30 record, which was good for the 2 seed in the West. But they were bounced in the first round by the Golden State Warriors, and it felt like all their flaws were exposed. This offseason started with a massive trade that saw them lose Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, which was probably their preferred outcome as they kept everyone that was more precious to them. In came living NBA legend Kevin Durant, who immediately boosted their often clunky offense. This perfect fit on a great exchange would have been enough, and they easily could have slid one of their bench guys into the Brooks role, something I thought was part of the intention of moving Brooks. But then in free agency, they signed Dorian Finney-Smith, who will likely start in that spot. Though we'll see, Jabari Smith did just get a new contract paying him twice as much as Finney-Smith, but is a little rougher of a positional fit in the lineup. If they have any issues, it could be that they have too much depth. Can last year's number 3 overall pick Reed Shepard even get into the rotation? And what about Clint Capella, who they also just picked up in free agency? There will be guys on the bench getting DNPs who could be useful rotation guys on a lot of teams. But speaking of that depth, what I love most about the Rockets' outlook is their depth and their lineup versatility. The lineups I'm most looking forward to are the all-switchable lineups, where they could throw out all forwards between 6'7 and 6'11. This lineup could blitz teams with speed and length on defense. They could also opt for a gigantic lineup with their 2 bigs paired with their tall, slender forwards. Or they can put out an all-shooting lineup, with apologies to Cam Whitmore, who actually shot higher three-point percentage last season than Van Fleet or Shepard, but in theory, I think this is the all-shooting lineup. However, all these iterations could be tweaked and played with, and I bet Ime Udoka is going to have a lot of fun trying things throughout the season. At least I hope he does. Sometimes he can be a little too rigid. All things considered, I think this team is good for 5 more wins next season, which may not sound like a lot, but in next year's West Gauntlet, I think that'll be impressive enough and good enough to keep the 2 seed again. And this time, I think they make it past the first round, but that's as far as I'm willing to go for now.